I want to share a life lesson that changed how I viewed the ability to make successful and sustainable change. It was a lesson about the difference between action and activity. When I was a young man working in a lumber yard, yes, in a lumber yard, the owner came up to me and he looked me in the eye and he said, "Hey, how's it going?" And I said, "I'm busy." And he looked at me and this is what he said: "Don't tell me how busy you are, show me what you're getting done." Life lesson. Life lesson. That was when I began to understand that there's a difference between activity and action that moves us towards our goal. And it's important when we think about successful and sustainable change, one of the most obvious but critical components is action. We don't want to substitute activity for action. Give you an example. When I started the Strongbridge Group, I decided I needed something that I could put in people's hands when I met them, whether it be at the Chamber of Commerce or some gathering. I wanted to be able to put something in their hand that had my information on it, said what we did, so forth. So we call that a business card. Yeah, business cards. We're familiar with these, right? They have basic information on them, and they are things we hand people. So the reality is this. I had made several runs at this, trying to get what I wanted in a card. And I was having lunch with a business friend who has been a bit of an advisor to me and very, very helpful. And he was saying, "So where are you? How's the process of getting the business going?" And I said, "Well, here," and I was very excited, "here's the latest iteration of my business card." And I could see in his face that something was about to be shared with me that I needed to know. And he looked at it and he, mulled it over. And then while he's looking at it, I said, "I'm not sure that's the final version. I'm just still kind of working on it." And he looked at me and said something very, very important. He said, "Bill, this is done." And I thought, "What?" He said, "This is done. I look at it. It's not offensive to me in any way. It doesn't put me off. It gives me information. It tells me what you do and how to reach you. Done." I was stunned for a moment, but then I realized, you know what? He's right. I've gotten caught up in a flurry of activity. I'm enjoying this creative thing of, "Ooh, let me get my nice little cart." That was activity. It wasn't moving me any closer to my desired goal, which was to get clients, have people engage me for work. What would be action? Well, I guess having these printed and made up, but action would be handing the card to someone, making a new connection, inviting them to utilize this company to benefit them. That's action. That's a personal example. Here's kind of another thought for you to help clarify the difference between activity and action. If I decide I'm going to start exercising, maybe I want to lose weight, maybe I just want to add lean muscle mass, maybe I just want to feel better, I just want to be healthier. So I make that decision. Now it's a matter of activity or action. Well, instead of going into the gym or going into the room in my home and picking up the weights, getting on the bike, or stepping on the treadmill, I go online and I shop for workout clothing. Yeah, we might need workout clothes. I'm not saying you don't need them, but here's a reality. Shopping for workout clothing is an activity. It doesn't take an actionable step. It's not an action that leads you closer to your goal of being healthier or adding lean muscle or losing weight. That make that kind of a change, there can be all kinds of activities like that. You do know, right, that name brand shirt that looks cool will not help you work out any better than the t-shirt already in the drawer at your house. You know that, right? You have people who will tell you this, right? If not, well, Happy to be your friend. The realities are maybe you do need something, but that you don't want to get caught in the activity. Do you hear what I'm saying? Activity will keep you busy. It'll even make you tired. But action will move you closer. What would action be? Get on the treadmill. What's an action? Pick up the weights. What's an action? Get on the bike. Those are things that move you towards your stated goal, what your desired change. And it's something that will allow you to chart your progress. Action is a key component of successful and sustainable change. But it's important that you understand that action is different than activity. Action is following a strategic plan that has actionable steps that allows you to engage in a process over time that reveals progress that you can chart and celebrate so that you can stay motivated to stay engaged in that process until you see the desired outcome. Action. Don't substitute activity for action. One keeps you busy. The other moves you towards progress for your desired change. Disruptions are unavoidable, but they don't have to be unbearable. With the right coaching and training, they can even become profitable. Are you ready for the next disruption? We can help.